Are my hormones causing the weight gain? So I know we can change our diet, we can do a lot of exercise, we can do all these different things. It can help or hinder our hormones and how it affects us in our body, especially when it comes down to weight gain. Now, I'm not professing that I am a medical professional, but if you have questions on a medical level, you should be checking with your doctor first. And I would prefer to go to a naturopath or somebody that looks at your whole self in a holistic manner, if that makes sense. And this is about how to really lose weight and us figuring it out together, because I am no expert in this. But all I can do is share my findings, and that's what I'm doing. I'm researching, I'm looking at things and how I can improve myself, but also how I can share with you guys, and you're giving me some great feedback in things that I didn't think about or I should look at that would help in the next upcoming videos. So I've been getting hot flashes lately. I've been getting night sweats over the years. So since I was about maybe 40, I think, or even late 30s, I was getting all these perimenopausal type of symptoms. In the last couple of years, I have been getting the hot flashes and the night sweats off and on. Like it would go on for maybe a month or two and then it would stop, and for like 6 months I'm free and happy, and then I forget what did I do to help alleviate those symptoms in the past. Sometimes it's just plain dealing with my diet. So here I am again, because I'm in hot flash city right now, and I am thinking that changing my diet in the last 4 months has definitely decreased how much I'm hot flashing, because usually I would hot flash like every hour or every half an hour throughout the day, and then in the evening it would kick up big time. But right now it's kicking up in the evening mostly, or when I'm in a high stress level like at work and I have to do a presentation. So I may have a hot flash there, but it's not as bad as it was a year ago and 2 years ago. I think there's something to say about what we're putting in our body that is giving us the best outcome possible. So basically I'm taking a supplement of omega-3s. So I'm getting the fish oil that I think I need on a daily basis, because I'm not eating fish every day. So when it comes to the food, salmon, tuna, olive oil, nuts, and whole grains are great to get those omega-3s. And so that definitely will affect you in balancing out your hormones. So I take a supplement, like I said, and I do have my fish, but it usually turns out to be once a week. So I know I'm not getting enough of the omega-3s in my diet. Okay, so eating fruit, I'm eating more fruit than I ever have. I think I was afraid of it because of the sugar intake, but it's all natural. And so those flavonoids in the fruit will help you with losing weight. Trying grapes and berries and citrus type of fruits like oranges and lemons, because I always squeeze lemon in my water, and so I know that's helping me because it's giving me a burst of energy. It's also giving me a lot of nutrients and vitamins that we all thirst for. So your body's asking you to give it some more fruit, just within reason. I've been on the plant-based whole food type of regimen, and plant-based foods are so great for balancing hormones. It's the leafy greens, it's cruciferous vegetables like cauliflower or broccoli, something like that, that is really helpful in balancing out the hormones. And I always tend to forget, but I get those bags of cabbage that is already like a salad set up, and I will sometimes steam it, I sometimes saute it and in water, but I'm not cooking with oils right now, with the exception of using an avocado oil spray that I would spray on to certain vegetables that may stick to the pan. But again, you can saute with water and then use a lot of spices, and it really will give the flavor, especially like garlic powder. That's kind of my thing right now, and it does bring out the flavor in vegetables. So of course, fiber is so great to have in your diet. It balances out that hormone situation as well. If you're eating more of the whole grains, the fruits and vegetables, all those are considered high fiber foods. So again, you know, you can get a lot done if you consolidate the foods and still have all these benefits when you're eating a plant-based diet. We want to eliminate the chemicals as much as you can, whether it's decreasing medications, because that's chemicals, yes, and if we can find natural ways to counteract these situations that brought us to the medication in the first place, then we are in good shape. And then eating more organic foods, and I know it can be tough and it gets expensive, but I think if you choose the foods that don't really have a lot of protection on it, the skins that are very thin, those are the ones I look for to do more organic. There's certain foods that I'm avoiding, as you guys know, and I think it would help you if you take a look at that as well. These kind of things, like for instance, animal meats. Animal meats carry a lot of hormones because it is a living being, right? They are getting fed synthetic foods and type of hormones that they're pumping into them, like antibiotics, things like that. And that is coming into your body, so of course we will be affected. I notice that when I eat chicken, I don't feel right and my stomach bugs me afterwards. And so I have to be very careful about that. If it's not organic chicken, free range, all that, and really look at it seriously, that is clean meat, even with red meat. It has to really be clean. If that's something that you can do minimally to minimize the meat, then you're in good shape. We're keeping ourselves free of extra hormones that we already have in our body that we don't need to continue to pollute. So I'm avoiding caffeine. Like, I'm not a coffee drinker, and my other half is, and so that's a big deal, and that's kind of social for him too, because he likes going to the coffee shops. I don't drink coffee. I do drink herbal tea, but I try to drink no caffeine types of tea. And I do not drink energy drinks. I don't drink soda. There has been an exception because I've had some alcohol, some cocktails in the past that would have some kind of extra sugar drink added to it, right? Right now, I'm not doing alcohol, and it's been about a month now. And yeah, I'm noticing a difference in my energy levels, because even when I have 2 cocktails maybe, or 2 glasses of my Prosecco or wine, I notice I'm very sluggish the next day. I just think that now that I'm trying to cleanse and eat cleaner, that your body is just more sensitive to anything that you're putting in that it's just not used to anymore. The other thing is I'm avoiding processed foods as much as possible. Now, I know I have a thing for chocolate sweets. I get it. I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible too, but sometimes it's a fail. Sometimes there are days that I just need to have it because of stress eating, right? So obviously my hormones are going a little bit nutty if I'm already stressed, and then I start searching and binging for sweets. So if it's in the house, it's going in here. So I'm making sure that I'm not bringing it in, with the exception of my mom, because I take care of my mom as well. She has her own diet, and she has her own plan and strategy of what she's going to do every day. In other words, she's going to avoid me and what I eat, which is plants. I mentioned supplements. I also do, if you want to know, maybe you don't, but I take a B12 or a B complex liquid, but sometimes I go get a shot when I feel really depleted, because I know my B12 is low normally, so I try to get that up and balance. I also take vitamin D. I take anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 now. I just found something new, which is called Replenish, and I take that from Herbally Grounded. I also take a multivitamin, which I consider my multivitamin, but it's straight herbs, and it's called Amazing Greens. I mentioned this in so many old videos, but I'll leave a link below if you're interested in Herbally Grounded products, because it's so pure and all about the herbs, all about holistic health. And we have a couple of shops here in Las Vegas, but they do sell online as well. And you can even check Amazon, I believe, on some of these products. But Replenish is specifically for going through menopausal symptoms. I don't take it all year round. I'm just taking it now because I'm in an acute level situation. With my diet in exchange, I'm doing intermittent fasting. And as you know, I've been eating 1 meal a day most of the week, but part of the week I'm also eating 2 meals a day. And so I'm finding that very satisfying as well, and not necessarily gaining weight from it. With intermittent fasting, think about that and look at that as well, because you want to extend out the fasting period so you're not digesting so much, and give your body a break. Because when you give your body a break, it can burn the fat and build up your energy and make you feel really good. Because when we're working overtime and constantly snacking and eating, it will certainly affect our overall mood and how we feel and how we look. With eating plant-based, I'm noticing that even though I have menopausal symptoms, that they definitely have decreased way more than they have in the past. And so I don't have it as frequent, and they're not as aggressive. So something to be said about what I'm doing. Any kinds of medication, I try to avoid anything, especially for like anxiety and depression. I really just pray, talk to God, because I notice when I don't speak to God for a couple of days, I notice that anxiety kicks up more than ever, and depression does kick up more than ever. Just know that God is good, He takes care of us, and He looks out after us. So look to Him and have faith. I think we'll have another part to this hormone balancing with our diet, but also I will address fitness as well in the next video. If you have any questions, please do comment below and let me know what you're doing on a natural basis with your diet to accommodate balancing out your hormones. I would love to know. I thank you so much for watching, and don't forget that caregiving begins with you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.